Let's see if the Black Crystal EV is a freebie. So standard Terra Raid stuff, going to run through the weekend, normal type only, Mightiest Mark, no run back because this is for EEVEE Day, where it's also going to be mass outbreaks of EEVEE till November 21st, 0 UTC. These will happen throughout Paldea and Kitakami. EEVEE encountered in these special mass outbreaks are more likely to have a special mark depending on their location. So go out, catch lots of EVs. There's your marks. It's actually going to change a little bit depending on where you catch them. That's actually kind of cool, but also not limiting it to the DLC. And it's not just marks. Getting an easy EV outbreak means shiny hunting. So depending on how good this event is, you might not want to update for a while, and then you can farm it out a little longer. But let's bring out our boy Bellibolt and see what's going to work best for taking on EEVEE. Wow, they were not kidding about mass EEVEE outbreaks. Okay, but let's find that Terra Raid event. Okay, not in a terrible spot. Good. Alright, how's Game Freak going to troll us this time? Is it really just a little EEVEE and it's going to be really easy to get, or is it going to pull some garbage? That's actually the most ideal thing possible, except what? Okay, never mind. This thing is troll AF, and I love it. But starting off with the shields, except it's probably still going to cleanse at some amount of time. But as long as it like doesn't cleanse because of the shield, then we can just like acid spray it now. Get the early Terra. Okay, I'm okay with it happening that early. So attack cheer. Turn 1 attack cheer. Does it do infinity damage because Game Freak hates us? No, that's manageable. I'm trying to think about what else, but now we just got a couple turns of acid spray, so nothing interesting. Alright, steal and Terra charge. That's fine. Okay, critical hit, that's not fine. Okay, so I actually messed up because after that crit, I just reset. I'm like, wait a second, I want to get KO'd. Because then I get all of my health back on like an attack cheer, and then we can just Terra and then start like spamming discharge until we win. So I tried to like spin it around. That doesn't really do anything for us. Yeah, and then you don't want to bring physical attackers with like fighting type moves and special works except for focus miss. So this is gonna be an interesting raid. So yeah, it seems like what you want to do is just run it into the ground. You know, you get your acid sprays, you sack yourself off with the attack cheer, but then you come back and you're ready to go as long as you get the 4 attacks. So you want to use like an acid spray or discharge before EEVEE cleanses itself, and then everything should line up here. So we get the all out, we get KO'd, we lose a little bit of time, that's fine, and then we just like Terra discharge 20 times with a metronome. Or not discharge, I keep calling it discharge, but it's parabolic charge, and then we win. As long as this EEVEE doesn't pull any nonsense on us. Now that makes me hopeful for the rewards. I haven't looked up the rewards, we can kind of take a deeper dive into that. Maybe there's like some extra strategy going on. A Defiant Pokemon, since you're getting Baby Doll Eyed Charmed immediately. Well, actually the Charm doesn't really matter, but Baby Doll Eyes is going to like kind of set you up, and then maybe you hit, and at least you're immune to Charm after that, so just a free turn. And we're going to see what happens. This parabolic charge isn't going to hit that hard because we're not getting like boosted by it. So then EEVEE hits us, we get boosted double damage, we heal it all back. I'm wondering if EEVEE's got anything like really scary on the back half of this one. But it also like is taking damage because it is just an EEVEE, so very low stats. Which means like, yeah, we're, even though like, oh, it's big, scary, look at all this crystal through it, we are starting to ramp and do a crazy amount of damage. And it's only going to cap out even more as we get into Metronome. Dang it! Alright, so it's got a cleanse, some kind of nullification. Balancing this is going to be rough then. Because now it's like, oh, acid spray, parabolic charge, double cleanse. That's rude. That's rude, EEVEE. And like, it's not doing anything by damaging itself on recoil. So I'm wondering if we actually do have to balance it a bit, which also means our metronome value is really low. So it could just be something stupid like a magnet that ends up being just as fine, because we're not getting any bonus damage now that we're throwing out the discharge. Let's see what like the -2 parabolic charge looks like. And EV has a low hit point pool, so like, do we survive? Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, so like, yeah, low hit point pool doesn't matter when it's multiplied by like 30 or whatever. So like, this is just going to be the cycle until it just arbitrarily decides to start using 2 moves. But yeah, Magnet might be the optimization here. Everything else seems like the script works all right. And then a couple of minutes and when we get some good rewards, and hopefully they are buffed rewards because they have tampered with this raid, like how they tampered with the Mewtwo raid. Still not taking a crazy amount of time, but this could just like kind of end up as just a regular Terra raid. Okay, we don't have any buffs. Us getting buffed though, like I'm wondering, is there a better Pokemon than Bellibolt? Now there's usually like one very specific handcrafted labbed Pokemon that people come up with like, whoa, that's crazy. You know, we had Doxpin last time, and then Bellibolt always works. Sometimes Annihilate is slightly better, but on a normal type Pokemon, it isn't. And then, yeah, sometimes like something really specific hard counter that maybe even Game Freak didn't account for. Yo, the bite. If we get flinched on just the cheese bite, though. So this should slap it, and then a couple more hits, and we're fine, as long as we don't get crit. If you get KO'd somehow, I think that's just kind of the end of the run, because you're not doing the Terra damage to it. And then, yeah, we would have pretty much been done by now if we had the Magnet. It also makes me wonder if you want to go 2 Acid Sprays. And then you Terra, and you just get, like, more damage from the effective, like, -4 versus -6 for, like, 2 extra turns. That's kind of not fair that he has, like, so much extra health, and the Double Edge doesn't do anything. But Bellibolt carries. Kind of free, surprisingly quick. Hopefully the rewards are like, wow, this is actually like the farm. Like, you farm only this before the Indigo Disc, and then you're stacked. And then we'll see like how much better it is with a Magnet, because we have 0 value on the Metronome. Except we did get a couple of hits in at the end, got to spam Parabolic Charge. Could actually just come out to be the exact same for some weird reason. And Great Ball. All right, EEVEE, show me the goods. Candy. 5 hit point ups, only normal Terra Shards. We get our ability patch, and then we get some berries, and then we get a lot of stones. The 5 HP up is interesting. So that's 50k right there. Depending on how long it takes, you got money value. I'm just at the point where it's like selling extra large candies, so like 60k. 70k on large candies, maybe. And then EEVEE reducing berries. I don't know if that's a pun, because like we saw shenanigans like the Ditto raids back in Pokemon Sword and Shield on that loot table. And then all the stones. And then our ability patch. Alright, let's see what Cerebi has. 50 times hit point multiplier. That's kind of troll. Also, yeah, 65 hit point remaining. So I guess it wasn't like time-based like I thought. I was like, oh, if I get KO'd and then maybe it comes down to like 6% time, that's when EEVEE resets. No, it just says, do it again at 65% hit points. And then, we only get the stones once, which I guess makes sense. I thought it was like maybe just like a guaranteed roll or something, but you don't get to farm that. Ability patch, and then 30 normal Terra Shards, chance for 10 more. I wish they gave us like Terra Shard, like what if it was like 5? Terra Shards of every evolution type? That would have been cool. That would have mixed up. That would be like, okay, this is it. This is the only event you need to farm ever, but it's only normal Terra Shards. We don't know how the Indigo Disc, like, Rainbow Terra mechanic is going to work. Ability Capsule, Patch, Chance, Comet Shard, a little bit of extra money, and then the berries. I'm a little conflicted on berries because Ogre Oustin does suck for White Mochi, and then resetting EVs is annoying, so like you're always down on berries. So it's like, how many of these do you do? Do you do 10 EV raids, but that doesn't even guarantee like 10 or 50 of each of these for like EV resetting. So you get like 50k in the hit point ups, and then yeah, the reward's kind of mid, but the raid seems pretty alright. And then some of the guarantees and stuff, it's like, it's not hyper farming. It's not incredible for like a really special, manually tinkered with EEVEE raid, and they're not giving us anything crazy before the Indigo disc, but it's all right. Definitely farmable. There we go. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.